Sun Hoon. Traits and abilities. Combat training.
Sun Hoon is a highly skilled hand-to-hand combatant and swordsman. He has been shown to possess exceptional skill in swordsmanship and can hold his own against powerful monsters and other hunters.
Tactical mind.
Hoon is a tactician who thinks through his battles carefully. While not on the level of the most advanced strategists, he is highly observant and knows how to exploit weaknesses in his enemies.
Physical strength.
Hoon has above-average physical strength compared to regular humans but does not have the overwhelming strength of S-class hunters like Jinwoo. He relies more on his combat proficiency and skills than raw power.
Agility and reflexes. Hoon is fast and agile, capable of reacting quickly in combat and avoiding incoming attacks. His reflexes are sharp enough to avoid or deflect attacks, but they aren't as lightning fast as S-class hunters. Durability. Hoon has good durability but is not invincible.
He can take hits, but sustained damage might eventually slow him down.
He can also withstand substantial attacks, but he cannot take as much punishment as top-tier hunters like Jinwoo. Weapon.
Hoon fights with a sword, and his swordsmanship has been praised as precise and deadly. His use of weapons enhances his overall combat effectiveness.
Fukami Rena. Traits and abilities. Assassin skills. Rena is highly skilled in close-quarter combat and stealth techniques.
She can move silently and is a deadly opponent when striking from the shadows or when engaging in sudden, surprise attacks.
Tactical genius. Rena's strategic thinking is on par with some of the best military tacticians.
She can assess her environment, her opponent, and the dynamics of the fight in seconds, which allows her to create traps, feints, and openings for lethal strikes.
Physical strength. Rena's physical strength is above average for an assassin, though she doesn't possess the raw strength of a trained fighter or a combatant relying on brute force.
Her fighting style relies more on speed, precision, and agility rather than overpowering opponents.
Agility and reflexes.
Her agility and reflexes are exceptional, allowing her to react swiftly to danger and outmaneuver enemies. She excels in situations where quick reactions and evasion are essential, and she has remarkable endurance when evading attacks.
Stealth and evasion. Rena's ability to blend into her surroundings, remain unnoticed, and strike when least expected is one of her greatest strengths.
She excels at ambushing opponents and attacking them from the shadows.
Firearm proficiency.
Rena is highly proficient in using firearms, making her versatile in both close and ranged combat.
Her precision with weapons allows her to land critical shots when necessary. Weaknesses.
Physical durability. While Rena is agile and difficult to hit, she doesn't have the endurance to withstand heavy damage in prolonged battles. Reliance on stealth. If Rena is unable to utilize her stealth effectively, she may struggle against opponents who can directly confront her.
Trait comparison. Sun Hoon. Combat skill, high, expert swordsman, tactical.
Physical strength, above average, trained, strong.
Speed and agility, high, fast and agile. Durability, good, can take damage, withstands hits.
Tactical mind, high, strategic, methodical. Offensive power, moderate, sword skills, strategic. Defensive power, moderate, able to evade but not tank. Special abilities, swordsmanship, tactical combat.
Fukami Rena. Combat skill, very high, elite assassin, precise and strategic.
Physical strength, average, trained assassin, not reliant on strength. Speed and agility, very high, exceptionally agile, quick reflexes. Durability, moderate, relies on evasion, not tanking damage.
Tactical mind, very high, elite tactician, quick thinker. Offensive power, high, precision strikes, firearms, assassination techniques.
Defensive power, moderate, evasion-based defense, relies on stealth. Special abilities, stealth, precision, firearm proficiency.
Fight analysis. Phase 1, Initial Engagement.
Sun Ki-hoon would likely begin the battle with an aggressive stance, using his sword to defend and attack. His approach would be direct and focused on taking control of the fight with strong offensive tactics. Rena, on the other hand, would initially rely on stealth to position herself and gain an advantage. She would use her speed to dodge any attacks and wait for an opening to strike with precision.
Rena would attempt to disorient Ki-hoon and set up ambushes or traps to exploit his weaknesses. Phase 2, Tactical Battle.
If Rena can manage to avoid Ki-hoon's sword strikes and get into an advantageous position, she could potentially disarm or wound him with her firearm or close-quarters combat techniques.
However, if she's unable to make a quick, decisive move, Ki-hoon's durability and combat proficiency would allow him to hold his ground. Ki-hoon would try to use his experience and tactical thinking to anticipate Rena's movements. He would likely try to outlast her in a direct confrontation, relying on his swordsmanship to keep her at bay. Final phase, Decisive Moment. Rena's best chance lies in striking when Ki-hoon is momentarily distracted or overcommit, using her assassination techniques to deal a fatal blow. Her strategic mind would allow her to outmaneuver him in a drawn-out fight if she can avoid his more powerful strikes.
If Ki-hoon can land a solid hit with his sword or land a series of powerful attacks, it would be difficult for Rena to survive the raw power of his strikes, especially if she cannot avoid them for long.
Chance of winning.
Sun Ki-hoon 60%. Sun Ki-hoon has the advantage in terms of physical strength, endurance, and combat proficiency.
While Rena has stealth and precision, Ki-hoon's sword skills and resilience would make him difficult to defeat in direct combat. Fukami Rena 40%. Rena's ability to strike with precision and use stealth is her best weapon. However, she may struggle against Ki-hoon's durability and swordsmanship in a prolonged confrontation, especially if she doesn't land a quick, decisive blow. Winner, Sun Ki-hoon.
Sun Ki-hoon wins due to his physical durability, combat experience, and swordsmanship. Rena's stealth and precision make her a formidable opponent, but she may struggle to overcome his endurance and the overwhelming power of his sword strikes in a prolonged battle.